What's up, everybody? It's Trey Smith, one half of the College GameTime YouTube channel. You know you were watching the Hog Heaven playlist, and the Razorback Hoop Squad just won their 12th out of their last 13. Got their first win at Florida since 1995. This is crazy. But before we get into the breakdown of Arkansas's victory over Florida, you know what to do. Please hit subscribe. The boys are on fire. They're on fire. The hot boys, we on fire. Okay, Arkansas, Florida. You know the first stat I'm going to talk about. If you've watched any of my Razorback Hoops videos, really any of my college basketball videos, period, you know the stat that I love to talk about, as it ultimately is a stat that decides most games. Okay, and that's extra possessions. Tonight, the Hogs were +9. And if you've never watched any of my videos to catch the formula, I'll say it real quick, but I break it down on you know what? I'll put the video up at the end of this one that you can click on and watch. But it's basically offensive rebounds, forced turnovers, and blocks minus turnovers given up and offensive rebounds allowed. So the Razorbacks tonight against Florida were +9 in that category. Actually had one of our better shooting nights. And being on the road, I mean, gosh, it seems like if this team could just shoot between 32 and 35% from behind the arc, like that's a good night this year. And they were almost 40% from three-point tonight, and 46% from the field. Not bad. So you combine that with extra possessions on a +9, like that's a great formula for victory. I think we're all now starting to get used to this new norm, but I want to make sure to say it because it's not something we should take for granted. Okay. And that's Jay Will getting his double-double and Note dropping 20+. I mean, that's kind of the standard now. Jalen Williams getting a double-double and taking multiple charges, and JD Note dropping 20+ on whoever, wherever, whenever. It's but yes, that's the normal, and that's part of the formula of the part of the winning formula for this team are those two players performing that way. But if you notice tonight, Jalen Williams got in a little foul trouble in the second half, had to sit. We struggled a little bit with old Castleton, the most likable guy in the SEC. Psych. Hoping though, seeing him tonight will get us ready for this big hoss we got coming up Saturday for Kentucky. That dude is just a bull. Tonight, Jay Will got in a little foul trouble. Last Saturday against Tennessee, JD Note got in foul trouble. So just being able to see this team play without those guys. Obviously, if we're going to have big tournament success this season, we need those guys to be on the floor at the same time, as many minutes as possible, staying out of foul trouble. But I think it's helpful for the team to get used to sort of weathering the storm when one of those guys has to sit, if that makes sense. So what ended up could have been something that cost us the game, I think ended up will pay good dividends for our team moving down the line as we get into March. We had 5 guys in double-digit scoring, highlighted by Devo Davis, dropping 19 points off the bench, including the backboard slap at the end. I know some Hog fans aren't going to be too happy about that. Personally, we're at Florida. Just the intensity of that game. Castleton was irritating me all night. And as far as I'm concerned, in that particular situation, the tech was worth it. You know, I'm sure he'll run his wind sprints and his gassers tomorrow after practice and take his consequence for getting the technical. But man, it did feel good winning in that fashion. But speaking of winning, my personal play of the game, and it's really not a play. It's, I guess, more of a sequence. To me, the sequence of the game that sealed the deal was entering the final minute. We were up by 1 point. I want to say it may have been 63-62 or 62-61. And then JD Note hits a 3 with 1 minute and 5 left, something like that. Comes down on the other end defensively, gets the defensive rebound, goes down to the other end offensively, gets fouled, and sinks both free throws. So that was pretty much a 5-6 point swing, just like that. Took the lead from 1 point lead to a 6 point lead. going into the final minute of the game. I think at that point it was 40 seconds left and we were up by 6. Is my math right? Yeah, we were up by 6 and it was pretty much all JD Notae. Hits the 3, which was very clutch in that moment. I'm just telling you, Florida had just got a big bucket. They cut it to 1. They needed a stop. They got a stop. Who knows? They could go down, get it down low into the big man who we just, at that point in time, didn't have an answer for. He takes the lead again and that game could be a totally different outcome. JD steps up, hits the 3, goes back down the other end, gets the rebound, comes back down to offense, knocks down the free throws, and that essentially is what sealed the game. So great night for the Razorbacks. We are on fire. We are peaking at the right time. Must Bus is just, I mean, there's more room, so hop on. If you're not a Razorback fan and you're watching this video, come on and join us. That's what I got. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know your thoughts about tonight's game, but then what are you thinking about this game at Kentucky? Because I got to get my thoughts together before I start talking about that on camera because I'm a little worried just because of that big hoss they have down low. Not that I doubt and don't have full faith in Jay will, but maybe he can draw a couple of charges early, get the guy in foul trouble, but I just know he is a hoss. He's a bulldozer. But I know what some of you are going to say. Well, Tennessee beat him and we just beat Tennessee. You're right. You're right. So leave me your thoughts on tonight's game. Leave me your thoughts on Saturday's game against Kentucky. We do have the game of the week playing on that prime slot on CBS. So let me know your thoughts. That's it for me. Please hit subscribe. Like I said at the beginning, this is the College Game Time YouTube channel. We drop fresh college sports content non-stop. And you are specifically watching the Hog Heaven playlist. Even if you're not a Razorback fan and you watch this, you're just a college basketball fan. Let me know what you think of these Hogs, man. We are peaking at the right time. That's it for me. I'm Trey Smith. Peace.